There were a lot of great players in the 80s, but Larry Bird had to be on the Mount Rushmore of the decade. He remains the last player to record the MVP award for 3 consecutive seasons. During the 80s, it was either the Lakers or the Celtics in the NBA Finals. The main reason the Celtics were able to sustain a long run of success was because of Bird. Bird was a Swiss Army knife. He could score, rebound, pass, defend, and do a little bit of anything else you could ask. He had the ability to play the small and power forward positions. Some believe that he is the greatest small forward to ever play in the NBA. He was also one of the first players to take advantage of the three-point line. In the end, he remains one of the all-time greats. His stats back up that statement as well. But to tell the truth, Larry Legend really didn't care about the stats. Take, for example, his legendary game on February 18, 1985, against the Utah Jazz. Larry Legend was dominating both ends of the floor, and after 3 quarters, the Boston Celtics were up 90-66. Bird already had a triple-double with 30 points, 12 rebounds, and 10 assists. After being told about the opportunity to get a quadruple-double, Bird chose not to go back into the game after being taken out in the 3rd quarter. He totaled 33 minutes for the entire game. With the Celtics holding a comfortable lead, Larry Legend sat out the entire 4th quarter, even though he was 1 steal short of a quadruple-double. After the game, Bird was asked if he wanted to play and try to get that 10th steal. Bird said, "What for? I already did enough damage to them." Before that game between Utah Jazz and Boston Celtics, there was only 1 quadruple-double officially recorded in NBA history by Nate Thurmond of the Chicago Bulls. He had 22 points, 14 rebounds, 13 assists, and 12 blocked shots in a 121-15 overtime victory over Atlanta on October 18, 1974. Bird, though, wasn't thinking much of that feat. In 1991, the man who drafted Bird to the NBA, the legendary coach and president of the Boston Celtics, Red Auerbach, told in an interview with Bob Costas what made Larry Bird one of the all-time greats.
Larry Bird was like a Magic Johnson, or a Magic Johnson was like a Larry Bird. They try to add something new every year. They work harder than the rest of them. When practice is over, you could see Larry Bird out there every day, shooting for another 20 minutes, another half hour. If he didn't get enough running, he'd do some laps. He would just work hard. But above all, he was the most highly self-motivated athlete I ever was connected with. Larry Bird was. Forget the fact that he plays hurt. I saw him one day with a foot that if it was me, I'd be in bed. It was all shiny and infected. He had the doctor come in, cut it, put a bandage on, he went out and played. Unbelievable. He didn't have to play, but that's how those great ones are.
The legend has been voted to both the 50th and 75th anniversary teams and was inducted into the Hall of Fame in 1998. When media outlets conduct their all-time great lists, Bird is spotted on those lists every time. He remains one of the best overall basketball players in league history because of his ability to do just about everything. When it comes to the 80s decade, he is in the conversation for the best overall player. His nickname Larry Legend suits him as he remains one of the most legendary players of all time. Tell us in the comments what would be prime Larry Bird's stat line in today's NBA. And if you enjoy this video, hit the like button, share, and subscribe. For even more basketball content, subscribe to our other channels, Free Dawkins and Vintage Dawkins, and follow us on social media.